Good afternoon and welcome to you both. Please let me introduce myself. My name's Alexandra Edmonds and I'm a family dispute practitioner here at Legal Aid Rockhampton. So thank you both for joining me here today and welcome to your mediation. Now, if there's any time limits or restraints, commitments that I should know about, please don't hesitate to let me know before we begin. So is everyone organised for today? We don't need to go anywhere?
No, all good.
No, I'm all good, thank you.
Excellent. So, as you already know, I have already conducted separate meetings with the parties and have made myself familiar with the case, the paperwork, and all the details, okay? Now, please review the agreement to mediate and other appropriate paperwork that I've given you, and if all is okay, I ask that you sign. In doing so, I ask that you agree to the confidentiality of this process. Now, you have specified earlier that you have arrangements in place to contact your solicitors with the authority to settle. Is this still correct?
Yes.
Great. So I'll commence the mediation with a quick explanation of the process. Mediation is a negotiation, essentially, with the assistance of an impartial and neutral third party, which is myself today. The media will not make a decision for the parties, but I am able to draw up agreements with the terms of each party after discussing some key issues and whatnot today, okay? Furthermore, I'll outline the procedural steps for your benefit, the mediation process, just so we're all on the same page. So, parties, yourselves are going to make some opening statements. We're going to seek common ground, discuss some issues, negotiations between parties where it's appropriate, and hopefully get a settlement in writing, okay, with a practical implementation of an agreement regarding the issues that you guys have with custody of children. So, today we're aiming to identify and discuss the key issues in regards to the children and their living circumstances so that we can reach a point of getting an agreement in place. So, this is a voluntary process and it's very important that you understand that this mediation is confidential and protected by confidentiality laws. I do, however, have to report self-harm or harm to children and property, okay? And I'll also clarify before we begin that I have no connection with either party and therefore I don't have a conflict with either party. So, with all of that said, do either of you have any questions before we begin?
No.
Yeah, we're all good? Right. So, this is the joint session as I discussed in our preliminary meetings, okay? Which we discussed beforehand. Each party gets to make a statement of their position. So, I'll hand it over to Cassidy in relation to concerns regarding the children. So, Cassidy, if you'd like to make a statement now.
I'm a concerned mother and I have reservations and concerns about the children being in their father's care. I'm worried that not being at their normal home and not around me will affect their school and their emotional well-being as they have grown up there and I've always been the primary caregiver and the primary parent in their lives.
Okay, thank you for sharing that position, Cassidy. And so, Tim, would you like to share your statement and share your behalf?
Yeah. I'm a bit concerned that that Cassidy is withholding the children from me, which I feel is causing a serious strain on my relationship with the children. I'm also concerned about the emotional impact that's ongoing. That's an ongoing issue, and it's having psychological problems on my children.
Okay, thank you for that. So, following your statements and going off the paperwork and the sessions that we've already had, I'd just really like to clarify the issues and the interests that we have today. So before we do this, it's important to understand that both parties, may have different interests or opinions. It is important to listen to what each other has to say. It is important to adhere to basic ethics, politeness, not speaking over each other, no profanity, no yelling, etc. So firstly, I'd like to understand, what would each party like to achieve from today?
I would like some form agreement so we can finally move forward and put all of this fighting behind us.
Yes, me too, so I can see my kids again.
Right. And Cassidy, from your statement, so it's correct that your key issues lie in your concern that shared custody or the impact that shared custody may have on your children in regards to their academic and personal lives.
Yeah, that's right. I also don't want my kids around strangers or new women that he'll be bringing home. They're just going to get confused, and that's why I feel like they'll be safer with me.
Okay, Tim, and your primary issue seems to lie in the fact that you obviously aren't seeing your kids as much as you'd like to at this point in time, and you feel that this may be causing a major strain on your relationship with them.
Yeah, I'm worried that they will get the wrong idea about me and will think that I don't want to see them anymore. I really don't want any damage in my relationship with my kids. I want to spend time with them. Also, I feel Cassidy is using the children to inflict payback on me for what I did in the marriage. I know it was wrong, but I don't think my children should be used against me because of it. It's unfair and it's just ridiculous.
I do not.
So essentially what you're saying, Tim, is that you're really unhappy with your current schedule that seems to be in place because it's not allowing you to spend genuine time with your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And so did either of you ever actually agree on the schedule for the children after the relationship broke down? Is there anything in writing or anything like that?
No, it's been really hard to communicate after our separation.
We can't really seem to agree on much, and we keep fighting about everything. I just thought it'd be better to keep the kids until we figured something out, but that hasn't happened.
Yeah, right, okay. And so do you believe that it would be beneficial or helpful to have specific time allocated to both mum and dad to ensure the kids maintain a meaningful relationship with both of you? Is that how you both feel?
Yes.
And do you believe that it would also be beneficial for the children to have a consistent schedule for schooling and other commitments like sports by use of a specific and allocated time schedule, and to avoid
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, great. So essentially it sounds like you both have the interest and well-being of the children in the forefront of your minds today, which is really great. So that's certainly an important step, and it's a really great place to start to identify and establish potential options for agreement. Okay, so do either of you know much about shared custody?
I mean, I've heard friends talk about it, but I don't really know much about it.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. I don't really have much know-how when it comes to legal things at all.
Okay, that's okay. So we'll avoid all the legal jargon, and I'll just give you a general explanation as to what it is. So the law's main concern is to ensure that a child's best interests are met by being protected from physical or psychological harm and having both parents involved meaningfully in their life. So to do this, the judge is generally going to determine that 50-50 shared custody is in the children's best interest, as it allows each child to have a genuine and meaningful relationship with each parent. Now, obviously, this is dependent on circumstances such as work or abuse, etc. But we don't seem to have those issues at the moment, okay? So the law also encourages parents and other people interested in the child's welfare to agree on arrangements, including where they'll live, how they'll be financially supported, and what their relationship is with other family members, okay? So therefore an agreement is called a parenting plan. It's important that you both understand, however, that a parenting plan that is agreed upon is not legally binding. Okay, so it's really just a great starting place for an agreement, an option for parents to establish the children's living arrangements. Education, health, financials, etc., all the really important stuff. If you guys do end up finding that the parenting plan really works for you, then down the track you may look into going to court to get consent orders to get it legally binding and whatnot. But for right now, we're just focusing on the parenting plan and organising a consistent schedule. So does this sound like something either of you would like to do?
Yeah, I think being able to finally talk through what we both want for the kids and how it will work and creating a consistent schedule would be good.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, great. So Cassidy, from your statement, oh, sorry. So excellent. I will draft up an agreement, taking into consideration as to what you've both expressed to me today. I'll send you both a copy of the agreement to look over and sign. Obviously, if there's any issues, you just let me know, okay, and we can talk about it further. But if there's no issues, in which you can send it back to me and we can get it ready and finalize the agreement, okay?
No worries.
Awesome. Thank you. Sounds good.
Okay, bye.